So what we have here is a true legend. So Lyndon Laney for Laney Amplification, and you're the founder of one of the greatest amp manufacturers in the world.
Yep,
you are.
That's me.
Yeah,
that's me.
And you play bass.
I used to play bass.
Yes. So you know all those old guys like Robert Plant and those guys from Led Zeppelin or Black Sabbath.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've spent a lot of time working with Tony over the 50 years.
Yeah.
Which is why we got this rig here today.
Okay, so the thing is, Tony Iommi played that amp on the first album.
Yeah.
Exactly that amp.
Yeah, it's the one.
Not a copy of that.
Yep. No, that's the amp.
Okay, so we have two pieces of history: yourself and that amplifier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hopefully, I'm looking better than this does.
Okay. So, say a few words about that.
Well, originally when Laney started, I was making amplifiers as a very poor musician, and I needed a new amplifier, and I couldn't afford to buy one, so I made one, and made that in my father's garage, basically. Started making amplifiers, and in those days, a good scene in Birmingham, knew a lot of the musicians, so they wanted amplifiers making. So suddenly I've got a business. And in those days, Tony was, again, a young musician starting to play with what became Sabbath in those days, and we became good friends. And Tony wanted to use Laney amplifiers, which he has done for a long, long time. Yeah. So this was the original amplifier as used on Paranoid and those early recordings. And recently, knowing our 50th anniversary was coming up, there'd been some discussion between ourselves and Tony, and he said, wouldn't it be a good idea if I could get this old amplifier and get that old sound? And we thought, oh my God, this is going to be difficult. So we spent the last year, because it's our 50th, building the new LA100BL.
So did you have all the plans for the wiring, for the wiring board here? No.
It's all in there.
Really?
Still in there, just about.
Yeah.
So we worked on that and produced the new, just 50 of the new.
Looks different.
Yeah, it's not kicked, not beaten. So we produced 50 sets only for our 50th anniversary of the original LA100BL, which sounds identical. It's 99% the same as what we did 50 years ago. Tony supported it, and it's a little Tony Iommi pedal that goes with it, because this inherently is a relatively low gain amplifier. Back in the late 60s, everything was low gain. It was only when we got into the late 70s that we started producing the AORs, the clips, all those kind of very high gain units. So Tony in those days used to use a little booster pedal at the front to give that gain. So we've just recreated the whole thing. So 50 years struggling to be innovative, finding things to do for guys with different types of amplifiers, channel switching, high gain, and after 50 years of innovative work, we make the same old amplifier again. How crazy is that?
Cool. Wonderful.
But you know, it's actually been fun. Enjoyed doing it, and we've got that old sound that came out of that amp, very special. But it's so loud. I'm too old now for these loud amps.
Cool. Okay. So thank you for having us at NAMM here. Yeah, and see you next NAMM.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Oliver.